What's up, guys? My name is Jeremy Gaziva of Geek Vibes Nation and Entertain Today. I'm here with Jonny Danks, who plays Nick in Shakey Grounds. Nick, what's up, my guy?
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for letting this happen. And I know we had small difficulties, but we're making it work.
Do it. That's what happens. You just work through it.
Yes, sir. All right. So first off, right away, what drew you into playing this certain character, and do you consider it one of your personal favorite roles of your career so far?
Yeah, I would say one of my favorite. Um, so I also produced this movie. So it took several years to like make happen.
Mhm.
Long
Oh,
journey.
really?
Yeah, yeah. Some people know that. Some people say see me in acting and they're like, "Oh, it's cool, you're the actor." But I also put the entire project together. Um, we raised close to seven figures from this. It
Hmm.
was a grind going, a lot of people know in this industry, from investor to investor to investor, convincing people. And the role it was fun. It was, yeah, it was a really fun role. I got to actually, do some research. I spoke to some real A&R execs just to kind of get an idea of their behaviors and stuff like that. So it was a fun role. I would say, I think it was one of the more fun ones that I played up to date. Yeah, just because it was a larger role,
Hmm.
right? And but the producing was that's kind of like I'm kind of going transitioning a little bit into that too. And as we move forward, I have other projects in the works. So yeah, it was
Oh,
a great role. Yeah, it was fun, man.
now, so speaking of being a grind, your character from beginning to the end, he gives me that feeling of someone who's resilient, motivated, and he gives me that feeling of being an underdog. So, how did you prepare emotionally for this role and also physically as well?
Yeah, emotionally, I have one of the best acting coaches in the business. Two of them, but Aaron Spicer, he coaches a lot of people, but a few names that household names that stand out are like Jennifer Lopez, Will Smith, Jim Carrey,
Hmm.
LL Cool J, yeah, Gerard Butler. So I was living in New York at the time, so I flew out to LA, and I knew Aaron from back in the day. He coached me when I was coming up too. So. Um, he got me to where I needed to be for the role, as well as my other acting coach as well, Kay Aston. They both prepared me. I knew what I was getting into, right? You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I've worked before as an actor, so I knew um, the challenge that I was about to embark on, and it was great. So emotionally, they got me to where I wanted to be, and ultimately it was me, right? Like I'm the actor, so I was prepared. Physically, hit the gym, had a trainer. It doesn't show that much in the movie, but it was yeah. You have to start eating right, diet, and
Hmm.
everything. So yeah,
I found out last night that you're a founder of Danks Production. Is that
yeah,
correct?
that's right. Yeah, it's my production company.
Hmm. So, how did you draw your personal experience and real life inspirations from that into this movie?
I mean, it's not that complicated. I think I just started my production company like most actors do,
Mhm.
and it's yeah. I mean, it's like a nickname of my last name, so that I came up with the name. That was pretty easy to come up with, and yeah, I mean, I'm just getting going. I have another massive project that I just signed on to, and I'm very, very close to making an announcement about
Congrats.
that one. Thank you, brother. And this one is huge. I'm talking, yeah, huge.
A little tease. Cool.
Yeah, a little tease, a little tease. So, yeah, man.
Awesome, man. Congrats to you for
Yeah.
real.
Thank you, brother.
So your character from the beginning to the end, he goes through highs and lows, just like this movie seems to go. But what to you was the hardest scene to film, also emotionally and physically?
I remember this one scene. So, as you can see in the poster, one of the actors, Eric Nelson, who's
Hmm.
most known for the prequel to Yellowstone, 1883,
Hmm.
he challenged me good, man. This was a challenging project for me because I had a lot of weight on me. I was the main producer, right? So I had a lot of responsibilities for my investors. I know I don't want to get too much into the business side, but that is
Hmm.
a lot of weight. And I also had one of, a strong lead on this lead role in this. So I had to also stay prepared. So I was like juggling so much shit, and it took a toll on me. I found the balance, but it wasn't easy. Reflecting, like looking back
Yeah.
now. But one of the scenes that I do remember that stands out was with Eric, and it was the scene where I think I first kind of finally convinced the band to get in the studio and let's lay down a track, and um, he's not listening, he's not complying, he's just giving it to me, man. Excuse me, and I just remember being in the back, like wanting to like scream and just cry, and I think I did cry a little bit. And
Mhm.
but as the character, like I was, I was getting pushed as the character, and I remember that being challenging emotionally. And yeah, that was one of the scenes that stand out. So for anyone that sees the movie, that scene where I'm trying to show him how to, play this riff on guitar,
Mhm.
like you could see too, my face is like pale. I'm just like about to lose it, man. And but it was great. Like he did his job, right? So
Mhm.
you know what I mean? This is yeah. So that's one scene.
Mhm. So in this movie, your character tries to manage a band, correct? Trying to bring its name out there. But if you could manage a real band in real life, which band would it be?
Oh damn! I've been asked this one before.
Just
I'll
curious.
manage the Jets, a sports team. No, a real band. Shoot, man. I don't know because I would like. I don't know. I don't know if I can answer that. Like a band that I just like in general, or like I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. Just in general.
Maybe because it's like in my wheelhouse. I would say like a okay. I'll give you like a band like the sound like this
Mhm.
style like this sound. Maybe like Blink 182 ish Weezer kind of band, that kind of sound. I think I'm familiar with it because I play guitar a little bit too, and I was always drawn to like the power chord songs like the Green Days, the Blink
Mhm.
182s, Weezer. So be like a band like that.
You know what's funny? Before you, I spoke to Ella and I asked her
Mhm.
a similar question. She told me I asked her what band would she like to be with and what instrument was she supposed to play. She told me guitar right away, and she told me she mentioned the band AC/DC, which really interested me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. AC/DC, they're badass, man. They're still going too. They're
Hmm.
still yeah.
So I wanted to ask you actually, I'm not sure if I've already said this before, but what drew you into wanting to play this kind of character? And did this role challenge you in any way as an actor?
So uh, it's not so when you're putting together a project too, I wouldn't say this was like a passion project. This
Hmm.
has been just it was several years and I just wanted to do it already. So, I get this asked a lot. This isn't like a passion. Some people they have their passion project. This wasn't that, but I was still excited, to put this project together. It was an opportunity. Um, so the role was there and I did my best and um it was a role, and yeah, I did my best. I had fun with it. Um, and yeah, I mean, I think that answers the question, right? So it was a fun role to play.
Hmm.
What drew me in was I put the project together, and someone had to play this role.
Hmm.
So, and I did, I liked it. I didn't like love it. It was like it was okay, everyone has like a passion project, but this, I think mine's coming in the future soon. But this was just to kind of, it's just to get me going. It was work. It was a good opportunity. But yeah, man.
What would be your ideal passion project out of curiosity?
I just think something that like again like like you have to do.
Hmm.
Like everyone has it, right? Like Stallone had Rocky,
Yeah.
you know, um, Mel Gibson had Braveheart. Everyone has like that project. So I think in the future there's some ideas I'm thinking about that I think I could see like a like something like that. It's coming. It's definitely coming, and you'll know when I
Hmm.
do it.
All right.
But yeah, man. So this was fun. It was a fun, cute little movie,
Hmm.
So
So, like I ask in any interview, was there any scenes to you that you wanted to improv, or was it all off the script?
no, yeah. There's always There was definitely some improv along the way. I don't have like a specific scene,
Mhm.
um, but yeah, there was some good improv in this as well, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your character again goes through almost what looks like the gutter, after what happens in the beginning of the movie and over the course of the film, your character to me screams resilience, motivation, and you're just wanting to find your path again after what happened to you. What would you want the audience to remember about your character after watching this film?
That stuff happens sometimes. Sometimes we make mistakes. As you could see in the beginning of the movie, I got caught up in some stuff, and I get fired. And sometimes in life sometimes things happen for a reason we don't know at the time, right? Because in the moment you're just, why me and all this stuff, and then you years later, like in real life, we go, oh, now I get why I was either being tested by,
Hmm.
God, or whatever. It's just like, oh, that
Yeah.
maybe that was supposed to happen, so I can kind of learn from that. So I just think, yeah, it's a good underdog story about, when stuff happens sometimes, do you want to try to pick up the pieces, or maybe it's time to go in a different direction. So yeah, I like messages like that where you're at a crossroads, and is it supposed to happen to me? What direction should I go in?
Hmm.
And stuff like that, man.
And at the end, there might have been someone's happily ever after. Who knows?
Yeah, I always wanted, it's funny because there's a kiss scene at the end with Ella
Hmm.
Cannon, Eric Nelson,
Yeah.
and I really wanted that. Like, I was a big Dawson's Creek fan back in the day, and I wanted that, like that, like a long kiss. And
Yeah.
so it was like a joke, right? When you see it, it's
Hmm.
like that's
Yeah.
supposed to be the joke. Um,
Yeah. It took its time with that one.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd like to jump into the cast a little bit if you don't mind too. I don't know if you were going to ask me about that, but
I actually only have time for one more question,
mhm,
unfortunately.
mhm.
So for this last question, I ask almost every actor I get a chance to talk with. So what's the one thing that you kept or stole from set that you wanted to, or that you couldn't like? Yeah, basically, what's the one thing that you took from set that you wanted to keep?
Yeah, well, as the producer, I guess I bought everything that was there.
That's
So I was a
true.
little bit
That's
no,
true.
but you do return things like wardrobe. You do return.
Oh, you have to
Uh,
return that?
I would say I kept I think the watch, the necklace, the gold chain that I had, and I still have the suit, the blue suit that I wear. As you know, Eric Nelson always calls me
Yeah.
suit. So
So the
yeah,
full top to bottom.
yeah, man. So for sure.
Awesome, man. Well, listen, this movie was a blast.
Thanks,
I
man.
originally was not really a fan of band music because I was always into the radio. But after seeing this film, past Sunday night, I fell in love with the characters and the movie. It is a short film, but it was new to me, and I loved everything about it. Really.
I appreciate it, brother. And just really quick, just shout out to people that are grinding, making independence.
Hmm.
Sometimes you just do your best with what you have, and I'm really proud of the cast that we have, and we are available to stream now. We just struck a deal with Tubi, so it's out right now on Tubi. So you guys, anybody could watch it for free, and Prime Video, Apple TV, and all that. So
Hmm.
I'm really excited about that. We just got written up in Entertainment Weekly yesterday. Just
Congrats.
new move. Yeah, thank you, brother. Like, new movies to check out.
Hmm.
So this is for all the people that are making independence from 50 grand all the way to 900 grand. You just
Yep.
got to keep moving, man. So thank you so much, man. This is just one of many, but it's a
Hmm.
good start for me. So thank you.
Listen, well, thank you for letting this happen. I really appreciate talking to you. It was a blast. Those
Thanks,
of you
bro.
watching, you can catch Jonny Danks as Nick and Shakey Grounds. Like he said, available now on all platforms and Tubi for free. Have a great day, man.
Thanks, brother.